we are now streaming again. We're back on. There we go.
I sent him a message, so he should be on in a second.
1d1. Oh, damn it. 1d20. Are my chats coming through?
To
Here, let me reload that.
In Twitch.
Because everything, when internet gets
Test.
pulled out. There we go.
Okay, folks are still on.
There we go.
I see
Okay.
folks still on. Are we good now?
We are streaming. We are good now. Yay.
All right.
Oh, I should stop saying all those horrible things about viewers.
Don't worry, they already say
I mean,
horrible things about you. You should see
sweet.
you should see the emails I get where it's
That
like,
I
why
hate
don't you
Ahmed
fire
dude."
that Ahmed guy? I'm like, I don't really pay
He
these guys.
can't be fired. He just comes back. It's like
Oh, and he keeps on
returning a friend.
multiplying his face because VC. Because VC.
No. Marty's still here. Oh shit, we lost Mark. I'm back again.
Yep.
Ahmed's back again. There's two Ahmeds.
No,
I win. Oh, thanks.
I got rid of
Thanks.
I got rid of two Ahmeds. All right, yeah. There's this whole order in which things need to be restarted, and then one machine was complaining like, I don't know what network is, so I rebooted that one. We seem to be good to go. Aside from the players, thought that this was a good time to cook and masturbate, I guess. Yeah. All right. Salty. Is there a
It's all
salt?
good. It's all good.
is
Gave
there
you
a
time
salt,
to think of what to do
salt?
with the tangent we gave you.
Salt. That's my mood right now.
Yummy. We are enjoying.
Okay, what are you doing? You guys are resting in the wilderness somewhere, trying to figure out what your next step is. You see,
Yeah.
you took a roundabout way of casting a high-level spell on a place that isn't you're not allowed to cast high-level spells. To learn that you need a piece of Arthur or one of his pieces of equipment to access the isle that Galath is currently on, fighting fallen angels.
Yeah.
You also originally came here because you wanted to meet druids, and you also wanted to, and this is as per the email you guys sent me, eventually then go to Yggdrasil.
Yeah, that's the plan, but Galath fighting angels and likely getting killed because he doesn't have backup.
It's so. Here's the thing. There's a two-sided thing. Did us observing Galath's situation change Galath's situation?
You sick, man. You sick.
It's the observability problem. Donovan doesn't
know
Galath from a hole in the ground, so that's up for you guys.
I can do that adventure if you want. Don't think you're like. Don't worry about it. If I wasn't, yeah. Do
we
as you
check,
do.
I missed the beginning part of the conversation, but if they say Galath took our thing and we don't have one, things get really straightforward real quick. So,
Yeah.
we're walking into the most Arthurian-looking temple there is and going, yo, give us your stuff.
Hey, guy. Hey, look, it's me.
I'm gonna
that is,
ask
hey.
first, and then I'm not gonna ask.
You, give me all the RC stuff. All of it.
All the offer things.
I'll take his wig, yo.
Anything that's got offer on it.
Just be cognizant of the alignments on your your character sheets.
Lemmy's neutral good. These guys are evil as far as he's concerned. We hang druids. Oh, frig you too. Mess with a couple of huge tigers, why don't you?
The tiger druid. Just everywhere, just tigers.
What was it you...
Summon tigers.
Yeah. What was the
Tigers
thing you
for breakfast.
showed me that you can summon? Oh no,
Okay,
that's it.
let's get to what
only-
you guys are actually
yeah,
doing in
right.
game. So you guys had a chance to talk about it. Some of you decided to cook instead.
I I gotta eat.
They are camping.
Right. You guys spend the evening in the wilderness.
Donovan, get back. Get away from the campfire. Gotta talk about this.
You know, you're not as good a cook as Uka. It's not even comparable.
Right. So here's
tea.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't know how long this will take to go and help Galath. It's going to be another day before we're able to probably get to him.
Listen, as long as angel bones break, we'll get in there. We'll fix it.
There's that, and there's also getting to Yig. So
Yeah.
Lemmy
it's a tree.
can't leave
It's not
Galath.
running anywhere, right?
I can't leave Galath. Let's try to help him.
All right. He was a goodly man, set upon by many questionable things. Let's see if there's a priest or someone in Halidon that can provide us the appropriate guidance and key we need.
Okay.
If there's not something that is readily available, though.
Right.
How are you guys
What's the
traveling to
chance?
Halidon?
We're gonna windwalk that shit.
Yeah, Halidon by the map is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. It's about 3 hours away.
Well, we could just get there. Could just get there and plane shift back, and then arrive here in the morning.
Why don't we do that?
All right, let's get there. I'll prepare some. I've got enough to get back to Virgholm.
The heroes fly into Halidon.
Fuck's sakes. Whee!
Where did we go? We
Everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
Everywhere on this
Spend
map.
evening in Nalbren.
Marty, can I
Yep.
get a free point in knowledge geography Nalbren?
No, but you get some decent air miles.
No, but you basically have an excuse to take it because when you level up.
Freaking flow everywhere. Oh, actually, we did level up. Next
Okay.
level.
The next morning, the visit Halidon.
So what we do is Marty,
It's like a medieval London is effectively what it is. It's quite large for the otherwise pastoral sort of smallness of the rest of Nalbren. You do see that several buildings might be coal-fed. You see a lot of ships in the bay, like grand ships from the Kingdom of Lyon, and some smaller ships that are like one technological age behind.
My, these humans are somewhat industrious, but boy, are they dirty.
There is it's a walled city, and when you get a little bit closer, are you flying right into the city, or are you looking around for something, or how are you describe how you're approaching? It's on the coast, so there's a little bit of rain, which means that there's not a lot of snow, a little bit of slush.
The best way to do this is just to do ascending to him. I mean, except that I can't. Well, actually, no, I could do it from another plane.
Okay, you guys are currently in windwalk form.
Yep.
You're not able to talk.
Yep.
So what
Yeah.
are you doing? You all stop and look at each other for a moment.
Donovan is looking for a building that looks like a temple that might be a Temple of Arthur, the biggest church-looking building.
Big important buildings.
Big
okay?
important building.
Give me a knowledge, architecture, engineering.
All right, this is how. This is a city. Sit down, nature boy. It's time to to bard it up.
Sit down, nature boy.
Oh, Marty.
22, engineering. Which one's bigger?
22? Okay, so you see something that looks temple-like, kind of like Gothic cathedral. You also see a building that looks like it is a palace. Like at one time it may have been a fortification, but now it's just surrounded by the town and is palatial.
Okay.
And the third building that is really odd is this really tall tower. Taller than you'd expect humans to be able to build.
Let's take a look at that one first.
Good. I have Danekinder with me.
No, you didn't bring.
We have to go back and get it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
It takes
Okay.
it takes
It's
us
okay.
like
It's
four
cool.
rounds to do it. We can do it, but it'll take
It's
four
fine.
rounds.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
So yes, you could, but you haven't done it yet. Is my answer.
It's okay. No, it's okay. It's cool. It's cool, man.
Go to the big tower.
Okay, so you fly to the big tower. The big tower. Let's see. The big tower has parapets kind of jutting out the sides of it up at the top, and then the middle section looks very middle and bottom looks very uninviting, like there are bars on the windows, and then for the last third of it there are no windows. This place up close to it does not look inviting. There are some banners flapping off some of the taller parapets.
So the bottom part is not inviting. The top part is
The bottom third has no windows. The middle part, there are bars on the windows, and then there are some very small balconies along the top. But it's the you definitely get a sense that this might be also a prison.
Okay.
You can land at the top, like there's a door that's open actually right at the top.
Well, let's go take a peek.
Okay. There's a snoring fat guard inside the building. He's got the door propped open because it smells a little bit heady in here. And the banners of Halidon or this kingdom, or maybe the kingdom of Chris Leon, however it is, they're flapping in the wind. The guard.
I bet this place is going to have some cool masks in it, but we'll go somewhere else. So
the guard's sleeping. He's got what looks like a keg of ale, like a small keg of ale that's been capped in some cups all over the place.
Okay, to the temple we go.
Okay.
We just fart cloud away.
you fly in your wind walk form. If you wanted to be fart clouds, you can. You fly towards this big cathedral-like building. You can actually see that mass is being held as you fly up to it and peek through some of the windows, like stained glass windows of knights, and there's a knight fighting a giant in one stained glass window. You can hear singing coming out of the cathedral.
Well, clearly the stained glass window of the knight fighting the giant is when I should come smashing.
And you can understand, even though they're singing in an odd language that doesn't sound Nalbrenese, it might be something else. You understand the words, Bard. Grace, grace is to he of five faces. Grace, grace to he who will save us. 5 is the holiest number. 5 is
Okay, Marty,
the
we
number of his song. You know, like it's just there's
5 is 10.
So
Five
Foxfire,
is
they
25.
have whipped across the countryside after figuring out they need a piece of Arthur or Arthur's things to
got our own private jet.
They're using windwalk spells to their advantage. In order to cast
When
that
they run
windwalk
out?
spell that morning, however, you had to go back to heaven, cast it, come
That's
back
right.
down, and
That's right.
then go, right? So they're using heaven as the way to break the rules of magic on Nalbren. They windwalk to Halidon. Halidon, I told them to picture it as like 30,000 people, medieval London, and they're looking for important places. At first, they went to a tower that looked like a prison, and now they're visiting a Gothic-style cathedral where you can hear, and my singing was basically the collective choir that was singing the graces of the fivefold God.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go down to the street level, and in a dark alleyway, we change back into our Batman clothes.
Yeah, in
and-
a dark alleyway, there's this cold
Yep.
drizzle that is here. There's this mangy dog that looks at you guys and kind of barks at Altagar and then runs away.
Altagar, here you go. Gives you the ring.
All
You
right.
will cause quite the ruckus here.
The streets are full of mud and shit, even though there are some of them that are cobbled. There's a nice rivulet of piss and shit running down the street as you're in an alleyway?
This is friggin' lovely.
Ooh. If you will, we can become birds, tiny birds, and hide.
Donovan is going to go walk up the cathedral.
Okay, what are you dressed like?
I am dressed like... What do the people around here look like when they dress?
Simple wool tunics, leathers.
Wool tunic, some leathers, a little bit nicer and more stylish than everybody else.
Okay, but you're not disguising the fact that you're an elf?
Not overly.
Okay.
Lemmy is a diminutive bat who is hiding in the background and stealthing his way all over the place.
Okay. So there's little bats crawling along the side of the cathedral. Yeah, you can see that the cathedral doors are closed at the moment. Everyone who's supposed to be in there is in there already.
You don't show up late for church.
Chimes in Altagar. I'll just switch to the conversation layer.
Is there a person in the street?
They're at a point in the song where they're talking about Nuada and how he has found the rightful master. And he has bendeth knee like a knight to his lord.
Why don't you sing the song?
And so shall we bendeth our knee to Nuada, for he is the light and he is the way to salvation.
So, we're
joining
I
in.
need to do a knowledge.
converting?
I need a knowledge religion on the five-faced god to know what I personally think of him,
Sure.
because I don't think
Just
I like.
sing to the crowd. This is the same night, right?
I got news for you. If you're not disguised as a human, in a few minutes you'll grow an opinion.
The five-faced god is it's the god of the Imperium. The five-faced god with the 42, you believe, may have in the beginning been the amalgamation of 5 separate gods who all agreed to become one. They are all about forwarding civilization, that being human civilization.
See, I was with them up until there was a certain word that was added to the people doing stuff. Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
As the individual aspects, it's like some of the gods still have some of each of the faces still have specific names and specific domains, but because they've become one entity, they've become really strong. It's like maybe a footstep towards something which you have only heard of some
Exalted
backwater
of
worlds.
law?
No, monotheism. Like a world with only one god. This is kind of like this empire, which is multi-world spanning, where this is the god that has kind of developed from this.
Is he
It's lawful neutral.
lawful neutral? That's the
So the good and bad parts about orderly civilization are kind
Yeah,
of
it's
like
just everything is
periphery
orderly.
to this deity.
all right.
And so you get the sense from even just hearing the scriptures, they are into conversion. Nuada's lighting the path to conversion, to becoming subjects of this religion.
Yeah, this sounds so terrible. This whole world sucks. All right.
We need to euchre it.
I missed the last. Like, this is my first time with Nalbren. I wasn't here for the last time we did Nalbren.
Yep.
All right.
It's a dirty medieval London. It's busy, it's big, but the streets stink. They haven't quite figured out all of the sanitary ways of, disposing of waste. At least it's a little bit nicer here where the cathedral is. Like the streets look like they're swept and cleaned.
So yeah, see, all the really good stuff is more than fifth.
Yeah, Nuada's a human, or at least is more of a human aspect. Yeah. It also might be why Nuada, out of all the other gods, was selected. He was the right alignment. He was popular. He has the right instruments for conversion. He has paladins. He doesn't have paladins.
Mm-hmm.
Bat lands on the back of your head.
He has a history of battling giants and other evils.
Okay.
He has an established churchhood that already has its infrastructure.
Does the bat have any advice?
Do you want to go to heaven and back very quickly?
Yeah.
There's some shit cleaner, like there's like a cart that he's just shoveling up horse shit, who's standing there gawking at you.
Have you heard of Arthur?
This guy's not the.
Give me a charisma check.
For fuck's sake, the bat's like, for fuck's sakes.
27?
Are you an angel?
No, but I am going to heaven.
What? I saw. He turns.
Are we Altagar's with me?
Hey, Hank! I saw's an angel. He's standing right over there.
Is Altagar touching Lemmy or?
Sure.
Hey, Altagar, you here? We're going.
All right.
Plane shift out.
Okay.
Ooh, very close, guys.
You gave this shit cleaner his religious experience as he thought he saw an angel outside of the cathedral of the five-faced god who said that he was going to heaven.
Yep.
And
Well,
he disappeared.
And then there were three beams of light.
three things went into the
People
sky.
go on to be the five-faced god's most zealous crusader.
Yeah, Shitty Joe? Sure. All right. Oops.
All right. So you've gone to heaven 1, 2, 3,
Too many times.
4 times in the last day.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're totally abusing this.
We're gonna start paying.
No, you've run into something, and I'm going to decide what.
Oh, sweet. And I'm a bat. Oh dear! There's bat poop on your head.
Out the punch.
Altagar, please one punch this thing.
Oh, I understand why I can't find them in here, because this is not the god book for dwarves.
You know what he's gonna... Stop using my place, you assholes!
Stop turning around on my driveway. This isn't where you do U-turns with your big dirty pickup truck. Even mud tracks everywhere.
Let's see what a speed bump for us. Oh dear.
There's a couple guys around my
Okay.
way that put like 2x4s with nails in them.
You rolled a
across the driveway.
97?
Yeah, I
Alright.
rolled a 97.
You actually appear inside of a home in heaven.
Ooh, ooh.
It looks like a happy home, or at least it was. The hearth fire is drawn down really low, but it has all the things that you would want if you had a large extended family living there. A big open space for a kitchen, everything neat and tidy in its place, a larder that still has stuff in it. It has this extremely like home, happy home type feel. The furniture's a little bit big for you, though. Even maybe it's about the appropriate size for Altagar. You feel like children in this particular home. And then you start to wonder if this home belongs to, because it's so perfect, perhaps something more than human, or a simple human or dwarven petitioner. You hear in the other room this laugh of pure avarice and greed.
What do we got here? What do they leave behind?
What language is it speaking?
A language that you can just... It's Dwarvish, but you can also... All of you understand it.
Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go real quick?
Oh, you could go really quick, it says. But I know who they're gonna blame for all these missing things. While they're off playing war, look at all the stuff I found.
Are you robbing from the heavens?
No, you are.
Can I see this guy? Like,
He's in the other room laughing at you.
all right, he looks around the corner. Like, where's this guy? Where's Chuckles?
Alright, so we're gonna use a image.
For fuck's sakes. All right, let's do this.
Wait a second.
This is the next morning, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Good. So I've used 4 of these spells already.
Hello there.
He says, you actually looked into the room where you thought he was. You could see some like golden cups, and like he got into some chest that kind of go tinkling around, and then he's gone. And you turn around, and he's in another room, rifling through something.
Do I hear him?
Yeah. It's like
I glitter dust. I quickly glitter dust wherever he's at.
He leaves shadows behind when you attacked him with the spell, and it didn't seem to work.
Let's dimensional anchor. You know what? I don't want to fuck with this guy. Which map are we using?
Conversation. Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a? Oh.
Excuse me, who are you
Oscar.
pilfering this home?
You can call me Oscar.
All right, Mr. Oscar.
Pilfering? Nah, I'm not pilfering. You are.
I'm pretty certain we're not pilfering.
Oh?
Hmm.
We'll see about that.
Altagar
keep
checks
track.
to see if you can touch him.
What's that?
Altagar checks to see if he can touch him.
Okay, so you're gonna go and run forward and try to strike him.
He's actually in range. Well,
range, yeah.
unless this is
I can lunge. I can reach.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
Call it a trip. 30. 48 on a trip attempt.
You're tripping him?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just find something appropriate.
Oh
An
god.
equivalent.
You wouldn't happen to be mythic, would you?
Nope.
We need to call Mommy, whose name is Lady Who's Green.
Alright. His CMD is... $10 plus his BAB of...
5.
7.
That's disappointing.
Who would have thought, huh?
Oh, so
No, they
weird.
don't put CMDs here. Shit.
Yeah, usually the BAB is hidden in the stat block so close to the top.
Yeah, this is a 3.5. So his CMD is 10 plus 20 plus 15 plus 10. So,
30, 45, 55.
and then his strength on top of that is plus 10, and his dex is plus 15. So another 25.
So 55,
60,
60, 70, 80.
70.
Okay, so Altagar falls down. He's sturdy. He's very sturdy.
Yeah, it's just like you overextended, and he was gone. He kind of slipped off to the side, and then he kind of poked you, like tapped you on one shoulder. You looked, and you're all off balance. He sticks his foot out, and then he's laughing at you.
So, what should I take? Well, maybe I should think about what you might take. Perhaps these.
And he lifts up, and he jingles 3 golden keys. They look like to a man his size as like normal keys, but you realize that they're 3 golden planar rods.
Gonna do a lot of thieving with these, you are.
Sir, we wouldn't want to cause a misunderstanding.
He's in another room, and you see him poke his head out, like,
You wouldn't want to get caught.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Huh? You think
We're-
you can out-trick me?
What's the loudest thing I can do?
Shout. Keep shout.
I got shout. I can do an empowered
That's,
shout.
that's probably pretty loud.
yep.
I got.
Burglar! Something like that.
I will do a empowered still shout.
Altagar, you're picking yourself off the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lemmy is staying on top of Altagar like, fuck this.
All right. I need perception checks, specifically for Altagar.
Can't,
But
there's no
everyone
way.
else too. But
There's no way I can see what this guy's.
I'm gonna roll his sleight of hand.
Yeah, I got a feeling I may as well I'd have a better chance seeing Remy Nay pull this shit than him.
Those are words that are not to be spoken around this table.
Nat 20, 62.
It's
Way
only
to
it's only a
go.
plus 50. It's only a plus 60.
Not 20. What do you want me to do?
You get a 62.
So
He
he
had a
sees it.
62, so I see it.
You notice that when Altagar was trying to trip him, that he put something in Altagar's pocket.
Check your pocket, Altagar. Something there.
He checks his pocket.
Okay, and then are you casting your loud spell?
Oh, I'm
Donovan?
blasting out an empowered shout. Yep. Now we wait for the cops.
What does Altagar have?
Fuckers!
He throws the golden keys down.
Time for me to leave. They know you're here, though. They heard you.
He steps back into a room, and you get a feeling that the back of the room kind of gets absorbed into darkness. You feel this like flush of air going somewhere, as a proxy of a Bathor leaves your presence.
Jesus Christ.
Altagar, you've got this coin in your pocket. It's particularly large. It sort of looks old with age.
Can you
Might
put it
I
on the
s-
ground,
Might
Altagar?
I suggest we all just have a seat while we,
Yes, I agree. Can you leave that on the ground,
Yeah, we
Altagar?
should clear things up before
yeah.
we leave.
Altagar, could you put that on the ground? Step away from it. Is it a cursed item? Yeah, Altagar.
You're asking me if it's a cursed item?
Yeah, no. Can you put it down? He said, "Ask, put it down and walk away from it."
Yeah, he puts it down on a table or something.
Okay, you hear the baying of hounds, and like dogs barking.
Get ready to cast some force spells to protect us from whatever's coming, just in case. Donovan's sitting,
Okay, you're just sitting down in the
just
home.
having a seat. Yep, just good.
Altagar is not sitting, but he'll be open the door so they don't break the guy's whoever's door this is. He'll open it up so they can.
Where in heaven people have teleported?
There are no doors.
There are no doors in heaven. They just have these buildings.
They're golden beads.
Golden beads would be awesome. The walls are just golden beads.
Lemmy is diminutive.
Who is in there?
You hear this voice.
Donovan Delahan, Lemmy and Mr. Altagar, we have had a bit of an accident involving a gentleman named Oscar, who seemed to be up to very nefarious purposes.
What are you doing here? Step out of the house.
Step out of the
This is
house.
not your dwelling.
No, we had a planar mishap.
A familiar planetar is also landing as she was nearby training with troops and heard someone that she was just talking to a couple of days ago.
A creature named Oscar, at least that's the name he gave, was in here stealing things and was trying to blame it on us.
You can see
also-
that there was this hound that just basically ran up to the other hounds, and then or these other hound-like men, and then turned into a man. You realize that you're surrounded by hound archons, a big ring of them that are all around the building.
So cool.
They are
They also-
they are wielding great swords, but they don't have them like brandishing and pointing at you. They're asking questions first.
He also left a coin on one of my friends, Altagar. We found it before he was able to. I don't know what it's for, but he put it there on the table. I'm not sure what it does. So it's an Altagar.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check as you guys are.
explaining your things to heaven.
I'm taking the lead. I was techie.
I auto aid.
All right.
I'm just not.
You can subtract 5 for each step you're away from law and good.
-5.
-5.
You still auto aid with -5?
Yeah, I have a 20 something.
66.
I can vouch
Sounds
for them.
reasonable. Here, have my money. Thank you.
They
Thank you for
they
your
do
help,
have a
Susan.
key to this place. They've been using it on their travels. What key? Says one of these. He gets to get the sense this is an older hound archon. He's got a bit of wisp of gray about him.
Lemmy has it.
Okay, one of the hound archons puts out his hand.
Right. Lemmy turns into from a bat to Lemmy.
Okay. Another hound archon comes over and has a look at you, like now that you turned in.
I show
from
my
something to something.
stematon. I show my stematon priest thing.
Okay, there's still one hound archon that's got his hand out for the key.
Give him the key.
Okay, he looks at it. He goes over and hands it to another hound archon that's looking at it while the others are asking you questions. How did you end up in here?
Well, it likely wasn't happenstance. The spell has some random effects to it, but the being who was here, large, shadowy, bearded face, ugly, drew us here. He said that he was trying to blame his pilfering on us, saying what we were stealing, this sort of thing. They're trying to take advantage of the call to arm.
This is one of the blessed homes of Baranar, of the true Silver herself. One of her servants lives here. And that coin, says another one, was the first coin ever smelted by dwarves.
He tried to place that on Altagar here.
Do you know the value of that coin?
Not really, but from your description, I assume it's very high.
Well,
He also said that there was 3 large keys that he said that he thought it would be good as evidence to make it look like we were committing a crime.
Right, he threw him over there as soon as
They
he
should be
yelled.
over in the corner.
We should probably take these... They're speaking in Celestial. We should probably take these mortals into custody. Yes, this appears to be something that maybe our superiors can get to the bottom of. There might even be a trial.
No property was stolen, and these mortals were given a key by a goodly man who gave them this so that they may go about their deeds. This one is the only one that has an aura that is agreeable. My aura is like the other two. Are you saying that I'm not agreeable?
That is not what we said. And a bunch of more come over as they hear arguing. Nothing was stolen. Yes, but this rod is imperfect. It has a flaw, says one of them.
Oh, is that a crime?
Very few mortal things are perfect. Kind of one of the ways you can divine mortality.
I doubt that we intend on having strangers stop by while everyone else is at war. Yes, it would not be befitting to have those come into our hearth and home and rob us blind while we're away. We should have thought of this.
Typically, that's why you leave like women with guns when you send all the dudes to war.
All the women with guns are up in the clouds training, man.
Yeah,
Every
everybody's going to
petitioner
war.
that hasn't ascended. Should we send them back from whence they came? Yes, I think we should simply expulge them and send in our report. Agreed. 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 And this goes on until they all agree. And then they finally speak in a tongue where you understand, although along the way Donovan understood the Celestial.
Same to Lemmy.
And the Hound Archon says, "We will confiscate this imperfect rod. Given the extenuating circumstances and this angel here, Paxia, who vouches for you, we will let you off this time with a warning. You should not be in others' dwellings without receiving an invitation, or without great need, given that none of you are in great peril. The warning shall be sufficient."
But there was no intent to enter.
We weren't brought. It's the rod that's the problem right now.
By the powers invested us in the Archhound Archon, we make it so, and so, and so, and so, and they go down the line.
Donovan, do you want to ask him about the thing? Give us another rod back or something? Make it the perfect one, perhaps?
Is there a way that we could obtain a perfect rod?
Since she has vouched for you, Paxia will return you from whence you came. I believe they came from a mortal world.
I can return. It's fucking. Well, lads, this is the only way for us. We got to get back to Nalbren. It's the only way to get to Yig. Otherwise, I have no other way of getting to Yig.
In the coming war, if we're stuck on the wrong planet, it will be very, very difficult. Do you have a rod to an outer plane that you are less fond of? We require stepping beyond the material plane into an outer plane so that we can travel back to other worlds. The material plane is very large, and the connections between them have been disrupted with the upcoming conflict, sort of motioning around. It will be very difficult if we are not there to face Ragnarok and the other threats posed to the mortals.
We shall find out how it is that you came across this rod in the first place.
It was given to us by a king of the dwarves.
Okay. They seem to accept that answer.
You know,
We loaned.
you could-
It was loaned to us by the King of Dwarves, and he would expect it back. I do not have an answer for him.
We do not carry rods. They seem to bob their heads at this. I can see what I can do for you, says Paxia. We should leave, while these good sirs... so that we may obey the commands of these good sirs, is what she says.
Alright, sure.
They begin
Lemmy.
closing up the home.
Thank
They
you.
don't fix anything. They kind of leave everything where it was. They are now kind of talking about what reports they're going to file.
they get Paxia to make her mark on something that looks like a tablet. Basically saying that she's responsible to escort you from heaven.
Good to know no one's looking after that other being that just slipped in and out and through the shadows. And have fun with that.
That is above our place in the hierarchy, says one of the Hound Archons.
Still, you should fill out a report.
There should be a report or something.
It has
Especially
been
if
noted.
that coin is involved.
They say it has been noted. Archangels have been dispatched.
Right. Telepathy.
Typically has limited range.
It makes sense. They're all going about their job in a very visible way. Yeah, you're being watched right now by something else.
Donovan's just going to like wave to going to pick a direction, and that's where it is.
You walk down the road a little bit, you can see some other homes that you know not to break into. Do you have your own way to get back to Nalbren?
Of course.
Yes, I do. Just if we can't get back from there, we'll be stuck.
It'll be interesting getting off Nalbren. I hate Nalbren.
Isn't there a path on your god?
Don't know. I don't know. The path to Vosgard was destroyed. So, I hope if once from Nalbren I can connect to that Yig, and then from Yig back to...
It is a good thing you
Vosgard.
have your seed.
Indeed.
Well, this was interesting. They're stuffy. You're a little stuffy. Could loosen up just slightly. Apologies, though.
So what would it be, gentlemen? Nalbren?
You're in lawful good heaven. And you're like, we weren't trying to steal this.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're like, you just sat right down. This is... Because if we would have ran away, we would have had some hound archon horde chasing us through the plains.
Basically.
You have caught the attention of many in your few days here. Such rods in the hands of those who are not trusted are a security risk.
No, I understand. I wouldn't like to have anybody with the key to my home either. He points at the looks like in his backpack, like the acorn. I understand.
So,
Okay.
I guess we'll be leaving.
Are there any-
Donovan is going to cast a veil spell,
Pax,
because
yeah.
nothing like instant growing trust, like casting a high-level illusion spell to hide everybody's purpose.
What are you making
Pax,
yourselves look like?
We're looking like humans. Being a key part, we sound like humans.
Got it.
And we're dressed in upper middle class kind of
For Nalbren.
for Nalbren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Altagar,
And
keep the ring for now.
The shit on the clothes looks
Alright,
like it's
thanks.
there, but it doesn't stink. Like there's no smell for the shittiness. That's all missing from the disguise.
Alright, Nalbren it is.
It's
Okay. Paxia watches you as you go. She's also keeping an eye on what the hounds are doing, just in case they change their mind.
Anything else you want to cast?
happy to have let Altagar just beat all the hound ass, just spanking hound archons.
Bad doggy, bad doggy.
Rub your nose in it. Just
What happened?
okay, it's alright.
Alright, let's D100.
You
This
actually
might be a
be-
hint
be-
that
be-
we were abusing a thing.
Before
Oh,
Lemmy and the others leave, she says, "I'll be keeping a closer eye on all of you from now on."
It's not a bad idea. we do get into trouble here.
Donovan bursts out in a fit of inappropriate laughter.
The world we were in, Nalbren has limited circles that we can cast. That's why we traveled here.
Yes.
reminds me of my childhood days, actually, when I was trying to keep my dad from seeing that I could cast.
Yeah, if it weren't for all the guns, I'd really like the place.
All right. All right, Paxia,
Guns
thank you
are
for coming to
concerning,
our aid.
aren't they? She says. Paxia says in your conversation.
They are. Pick the most polite form of barbaric that you can, and insert that into the phrase, which is they are a barbaric people for that technology.
There
Paxia?
are some dwarvish gods that have turned to this new weapon. I think you know why.
Donovan pokes Altagar. Just a poke. Just a poke.
Well, I don't know why.
You gave them Midwick. Do you remember giving them Midwick?
Oh. Yeah. Kinda. That wasn't really my fault, though.
These are the things we don't say in front of the hounds.
Yeah, they're out of earshot, you think. Paxi's just waiting for you to leave.
All right. Anything else you want to cast?
Just fire disintegrate off. Pachoo! My power! Had nothing. Just
Like shooting guns in the air.
like shooting guns in the air. This is what I would use to defend myself, but I'm going to a place where this doesn't work. All right, let's go.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
got Wind Walk up, and that's it?
And a veil.
And a veil.
And a veil.
Right, okay. So you return to
93.
Nalbren with your...
I'll turn invisible before.
Okay.
I'm veiled. Never mind. I'm
You're veiled.
I'll be back in 3 minutes, but the stuff that I started an hour ago is done.
Alright, you return to Nalbren. You're standing outside the cathedral.
All right. Who wants to go to church?
The singing has stopped. You can see the doors to the cathedral are open, and people are streaming out. There are some priests that are blessing. They're handing
What's the
out
name
little, almost like little pamphlets.
What was the name of the guy that's in charge of all this? The...
Priesty McPriestess.
Oh, I can't remember. Wanted to ask Paxia what she thought of the five-faced god. What was her take on the situation there?
What do you mean? What was her take?
Where does he lie? In the battlefield? Because that's
Who knows?
effectively where the Empire lies. Is the Empire part of Ragnarok, part of the problem, or part of the solution?
Everybody's part of Ragnarok.
We probably started it.
Hey, don't look at me. You guys started this crap long before I came along.
Fine, I probably
There's
started
this
it.
column of guards. The guards have like floofy kind of feathers coming out of them, breastplates, but then sort of like kind of like foreign armor. They've got muskets. There are at least 16 of them that are marching out of the church, and they seem to be they seem to be guarding a man as you're passing. A man with a woman with this really like weird, ostentatious, a white wig around her head. I think I only created the token for the dude. Give me a second here.
Would you look at that hairdo?
You notice people like bowing their heads like he's royalty as he goes by.
Do you think she hides stuff in there?
Helping Donovan. Donovan.
Donovan bows like everyone else is doing.
Altagar gives a bow.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him a bow. You're supposed to speak to this guy, I think.
He doesn't look holy, and let me just put his token down if I did create it.
Usually the holy guy would stay in that holy place. It was holy.
There we go. You guys are on the same map as I am, right?
Yeah. The governor.
Yep, he walks by. He's got like maybe his wife on his arm. He just walks in. He looks like he's completely above everyone else in dress, and he's got a lot of guards. You notice this brilliant sparkling clean black coach rolls up, pulled by 4 black horses.
Alright.
It's like servants are already opening up the carriage. By the time he and his woman get to the carriage, he lets the woman in. You can hear people actually waving to him or bowing. They're saying suzerain, governor, suzerain. They seem to...
Can I detect
Sire.
magic, Marty?
Sure.
Now, question: can I do it without people noticing, like in the crowd or whatever? Just do like, you know what I mean? Or is it going to be like he's casting?
Do you have any feats that make your spells subtle?
No, but
Okay.
do I have to yell them out?
No, you don't have to yell them out, but it is obvious that you're casting a spell.
Okay,
Now,
then no.
these people may
I
not
don't.
understand spells, although there are clerics here.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, the
Fancy guy
suzerain...
just showed up to the priest.
The
or
suzerain
temple.
governor gets into the carriage. It looks like after mass is let out, and the carriage and his guards, kind of trotting beside it, clip off into the dirty streets.
Okay.
The rain has let up, and it looks like mass is out by the time you guys have returned, chastised from your visit to heaven. You outspotted something with a plus 60 on its sleight of hand.
Yeah.
The Bathard does not like you.
It's gonna pluck your eyes.
blame-
Get in line, dude. Get in
Pickpocket
line.
your eyes.
Get in line.
Your eyeballs.
That's awesome. I'll save that for later. All right, so the suzerain governor, you actually see him. You get the sense that he was like royalty, like the king was leaving mass.
Okay, I make note of his dress style and manner
Yep.
for later.
Yeah, you got the
But I
sense
choose
that he
because-
was once a military man and now he's an older gent.
Okay, I'm going to make my way against the crowd, leaving the temple.
Yeah, the doors are open. You guys can go into the temple if you want. There's an antechamber, and then there's this really long sort of central hallway that leads all the way into a vast cathedral-like building. There are some overhangs for, places up high that you can get to via stairs, perhaps where the poor or maybe the rich stand. There are a lot of kneeling pews, not pews you sit down in, but like grooved planks
painful
of
kind.
wood for you to kneel upon, and there are books that are neatly kind of on these little stands in front of each of the areas where you would kneel.
Is there a dude with a large hat?
There are some dudes with hats. It does not look like there's not one with larger hat than others.
All right, I go to a dude with a fancy hat.
Okay, there's some younger priests that are tending to him, and he turns around. Mass is over, he says, as he's sticking out his hand, and you can see the boy priest taking off his rings and putting it in a box. You may return tomorrow to receive your blessing from the fivefold God.
Fucking thorny entanglement.
We have
fuckers.
we have news of. Oh Jesus Christ! This is bad.
Galath?
Adam forgot.
Galath?
Galath of Galath of Nuada. We need
Sir Galath.
counsel.
Galath of Noada. Yes. He visited here not but 10 days ago. And you are exactly?
My name is Donovan. I am a
Donovan.
friend of his.
Lemmy here.
A strange
friend.
name.
I am one of his friends he's met on his travels.
Right.
I see.
He requested an artifact or something of Arthur.